Hello, my name is Rick.
Ciao, my name is Millie.
And this is episode 39
39.
of season 3
Tre.
of
Yonks
Ago!
Season 3, could it be Donny B? Who is he? Just another bit of history that we're gonna get to know in a brand new little season of Yonks Ago. A father and a daughter putting on a show, finding out about people from Yonks Ago. Y-O-N-K-S Ago. Y-O-N-K-S Ago. Fact or fiction? We don't know. Y-O-N-K-S Ago.
All right, we're back in it. You did not have your microphone in your hand, so I've caught you off guard then.
Whatever.
But you've covered it seamlessly. No one's going to know.
Yeah, now that you told them though.
But maybe I'm lying. I am just, a web of deceit.
You can never tell.
That's right. And I do like to just throw random lies into the podcast, as we've noticed throughout the seasons.
I mean, that's mainly what we do.
Yeah. So was Millie caught off guard with microphone not in hand?
I'm never caught off guard.
No, she's always ready.
Or is that a lie?
Oh, the liar becomes the liee. No, the liee becomes the liar. The lion.
Why?
Look, it started very business-like, this podcast. We got a very succinct opening. You have
Beef for
suggested
business?
that perhaps I inserted an extra syllable into the title of the podcast, that instead of Yonks Ago, I said, Yonks Ago, which is entirely possible.
Yeah, that caught me off guard a little bit.
So that's on me. I was trying to be as efficient and business-like as possible. I've thrown in a superfluous syllable like an idiot.
It just meant that we weren't like, what's the word?
Maximizing our time?
No, we weren't when you're...
In sync.
Yeah, but...
Synchronized.
We weren't synchronized. Is that what...
We weren't in...
Yeah, I think that's what I was looking for. I always forget.
Yeah, it doesn't
But
matter.
we weren't in sync as well as we could have been if you didn't insert the extra syllable.
So despite my best efforts, I have failed. I've failed you, and I've failed the Yonky Doodlers, and I failed this podcast. Because ever since that superfluous syllable, Jesus, gone off the rails. We're talking lies. We're microphones maybe not in our hands, maybe in our hands. Fact and fiction have blended once more in a way
I don't think that's a failure. I think that's a success.
Well, that's the kind of pep talk I needed.
Yeah.
I'm back on board. One little superfluous syllable can't bring a podcast unstuck.
And I've always said that.
Surely. We've got room in this hectic life of ours for maybe 3 or 4 superfluous syllables. Bandy them about. Don't be afraid, Yonky Doodlers. Try it yourself. You don't have to be succinct your whole life.
We're always talking about like removing syllables.
Yeah.
Like the one syllable life.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about adding syllables.
That's right. We've come full circle.
Yeah.
We've come full circle. But maybe if you find the balance, if you spend your time being succinct, that gives you more time.
Like Goldilocks.
That's right. Just right. You've got to be just right with your syllables. So crunch a few. Get real efficient with some words that don't need all those syllables, and then every now and then throw in for no reason.
Get a bit groovy with it.
Balance.
Yeah.
You need
A balance.
syllable life, a balance. That's what we're talking about here on this podcast.
Oh, balance.
Donchismo. No, I've gone too far.
Yeah.
And that's where you find.
Yeah, no.
You got to push it too far sometimes.
Yeah.
To find where your line is.
Yep.
Donchismo, stupid. Too much. Balanche, lovely.
Exactly.
It rolls off the tongue.
Just right.
Got a good mouthfeel. Feels right.
Yeah.
Bellachismo, get out of here.
Leave.
You're not welcome. Most chismo words are no good. The only one I can think of is machismo, which is...
What is that?
It's like super masculine.
Oh.
Like machismo. It's got a real 80s muscle man vibe.
Okay.
And so I guess that's even more evidence that Balanchismo is wrong. So we've learned a lot. We've come a long way, syllable wise, and we can all agree this podcast is off to a sensible start, a balanced start.
Yeah.
Full of syllables and balenche. And now we can continue on our journey to learn a little bit more about that man, that villain, that cursed villain we call the Don.
That was good, Dad.
Thanks. Gravitas.
Yeah, nice little introduction.
Gravitachismo.
No.
Damn it, I've done it again. When will I learn? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me, chismo.
Funny.
But Donny B, as we've learnt time and time again, we will not take our foot off the pedal as we go full throttle down. The Donny B is one of the worst persons
to ever exist, ever.
Yeah.
I said it.
Yeah. The devil, maybe.
Who knows?
D for Don, D for devil.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's right
all
there.
Beelzebub, Bradman. Rearrange Don Bradman, you get the devil, Beelzebub.
Yeah.
I haven't done that. I haven't fully checked the facts on that.
Confirmed.
Confirmed?
Yeah.
Oh, there might be a few more extra letters in there, like you know how to get Voldemort they had to have a real weird middle name.
Yeah.
Marvelo, like just whatever. Just throw a middle name in to get the letters you need. We can do that with Don Bradman.
Yeah.
But I had a little extra tidbit as we've gone back into the archives.
Okay.
To look at the things that Don Bradman has done, to exact revenge against those that he perceived have wronged him. And as we know, Jack Fingleton bore the brunt of Bradman's ire. On many occasions, they went toe-to-toe. And Fingleton never really backed down, I would say. I'm on the wrong page. I'm like, this isn't about Jack Fingleton, because that's not the page you're looking at here. And so Jack Fingleton got dropped from the test team for a while, but then he got recalled because at state level, he was irrepressible. Mm-hmm. Jack Fingleton can bat.
Too good.
And so as a result of his awesome state performance, he was recalled to the test team for the tour of South Africa in 1935-36, where he partnered Brown at the top of the innings. Brown and Fingleton. Just
the duo.
Yeah, the opening duo taking on South Africa. Now, under normal circumstances, this Australian team would have been captained by Fingleton's arch nemesis, Don Bradman.
Yeah.
But Bradman was unable to tour for medical reasons.
Because he just didn't want to go.
One of classic Don Bradman's got, I've got sleep paralysis. Can't tour. So he didn't tour, and so Vic Richardson was the captain. And it says here, right here on the internet, with Bradman out of the way, the tour was to be the most prolific and peaceful phase of Fingleton's international career and included several large opening stands with Brown. During the tour, Fingleton played with an attacking flair that contrasted with his established reputation for being dogged. Mm-hmm. For Fingleton, this was the happiest tour he had been on, in large part due to Bradman's absence. Just laying it out there. When Bradman's away, Fingleton can play.
That's so fair enough, and I feel like I'd feel the same.
Yes,
as well.
He
just seems like a bad energy,
dark cloud.
Yeah, just got leave.
He's just a bad vibe on the tour, and when he's not there, the boys have some fun. Yeah. Fingleton, all of a sudden, just cracking 4s, 6s.
Well, even we know that because when the English team came from after the war, they were like, let's just have a merry,
fun
good time. And Bradman was like, no, we're going to demolish you.
Yeah, I will not stop until I've crushed you.
And that's just not fun. Like, it's not in the team spirit.
No.
The spirit of the game.
No. And I think that's what we're learning. Don Bradman doesn't give a stuff about the overall spirit, team spirit, tour spirit, the spirit of the game. He just has one thing on his mind, and that's to further the reputation and standing of himself. Yeah. Whatever gets Don Bradman further up the pecking order, Don Bradman is happy to do. Anything that doesn't do that, not interested. Count me out. So that's just a little tidbit, just a little taste of how good life can be without Don Bradman. But there was tours without Bradman were few and far between. So we're up to, as you said, the last episode we covered the Goodwill tour. England came over to spread some goodwill, some good cheer. Yeah. And Bradman said, stuff that.
No goodwill.
I'm here to dominate. Yeah. And he did. Mm-hmm. They won that series comfortably and retained the Ashes. And now Australia are about to tour England in 1948. Mm-hmm. The 1948 Ashes Tour of England, which was, fun fact, is to be Don Bradman's final test tour.
Yo.
This is it, his swan song. Now, since the Second World War, Australia had played 11 tests and had been unbeaten. Yeah, because everyone else was trying to have a good time and Don Bradman was trying to have a dominating time.
Yeah.
And he did. So they've beaten, obviously, they had a little one-off test against New Zealand, smashed them. Mm-hmm. They came as like a happy Anzac reunion tour.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate the fact that we were the Anzacs together. Don Bradman said, oh, yeah, we'll celebrate by killing you. And they did.
Because Bradman was like, well, I wasn't a part of that Anzac.
Yeah, I did nothing. I was quite poorly.
Yeah.
I had some undiagnosable diseases.
Anzac who? What?
Undiagnosable and unverifiable.
Yeah.
That's how I get sick. And so he had no stake in the Anzac fun time game and refused to have a fun time.
Yeah.
The following
He's
season...
like, Anzac? I thought that was just the biscuit.
Anzac, I'm not going to cut you any slack.
Got him.
I'm going to go on the Anz attack.
Whoa.
And he did. Absolutely poleaxed him. Then, as we said, the 1946-47 Ashes tour, they won comfortably 3-0. And then they followed that with a 4-0 triumph over India.
Slay.
And then it's time for the tour of England. And Bradman publicly expressed his desire to achieve the unprecedented feat of going through the 5-month tour of England without defeat.
5 months?
Yeah, well, they don't. There's 5 test matches, and
Yeah.
then they play all the county
Oh,
warm-up matches.
I
They
see.
go because
Yeah.
it takes them a long time to get over there on a boat.
Yeah, I get you.
They're like, while we're here,
Yeah.
let's tour the countryside. Yeah, so they play a lot of
And
tour matches.
No wives.
No wives except mine, because she has to do a lot of work.
Yeah.
Depends how the broking business is going. He might need her to stay put.
Yeah.
He'd be like, so the border controller's gone, all right, everyone, you're allowed to bring your wives. And Bradman's like, no, I need Jessie to stay home. The broking business is going gangbusters, and she's the only one I trust because she's the only one who knows what's going on.
Yeah.
So he's like, guys, if you don't have a no wives policy, I quit. And they're like, what? I don't get you, Don Bradman. But I'm not sure. I haven't figured out where Jessie is in all of this.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. So he's hoping to not lose a single match.
Mm-hmm.
Happy to tie.
Yeah.
Happy to draw, if needs
No loss.
be.
Yeah.
But no L's on the board for Donny B for this 5-month tour. That's his dream.
I hope he gets a diamond duck.
It's never happened before. Can he make it happen this time in his final outing? So we get to the first test. He's gotten through... Prior to the first test, Australia had played 12 tour matches, winning 10 and drawing 2. So he's on track. Mm-hmm. Has no L's on the board. Mm-hmm. 8 of the victories were by an innings. Another was by 8 wickets. So he's doing it comfortably. But he is playing, Shropshire and Lancashire, etc. But some of the drawn matches were rain affected. So look, he can't win them all.
Yeah.
Rain's going to have its day.
Yeah.
So it was thought. So first test comes around. Let's hang on a sec. I got to get to the match stats. That is here we go.
Did some mad scrolling.
Yeah, because there's too much information. These test matches have a lot of Wikipedia information about them. All right, so first test, we are in Trent Bridge in England.
Say that in an accent.
We've made it to Trent Bridge for the first test. Australia v England. The Ashes 1948 tour is about to kick off here in Trent Bridge. And Don Bradman is so far undefeated on tour. He's hoping to go undefeated through this entire situation. Can England stop them? We'll find out. They've gone out for the toss. And the winner of the toss is...
England.
England has won the toss.
Yes! What is this?
And Millie has got her first W on the board in a long time in the toss guess. England wins the toss and have elected to bat. England struggled in their opening innings to 165
Oh, dear.
before Australia came in. And Don Bradman has flexed his mighty muscles once more, 138 in his opening innings,
Whoa.
getting Australia to the dominant total of 509. England are in trouble. But they rally in the second innings to a comfortable 441, which is a good second innings. But their dire first innings means they only have a 90-odd run lead. And Australia absolutely waltz it in. They get 2 for 98 and have comfortably won the first test by 8 wickets.
Easy.
It's an easy win.
Easy.
They've absolutely smashed it. Don Bradman. But again, how much of this is the fact that it's Don Bradman's final tour? Everyone's coming along to say goodbye to the Don.
Yeah.
This is the last chance for all the people of Trent Bridge to see the Don in action. Is it just better for everyone if Don makes 100?
Yeah, exactly.
Consistently? You'd have to think it probably is. So once more, another asterisk against the feats of Don Bradman.
Yeah.
The second test comes around. We need a different English accent. Where are we now? We're at Lords. We need even posher. Even posher for Lords. The home of cricket. Welcome to Lords for the second test.
That's good.
Of the 1948 Ashes series. Australia have a lead of 1-0 after one test. They've gone out for the toss, and the winner of the toss is
Australia. No.
You
don't even know.
Well, it doesn't list it, but I'm assuming that whoever bats first has won the toss, because that seems to be the way of things.
Yeah.
Australia have won the toss.
Yes.
And have elected to bat. Bradman doesn't feature in the top scorers here, but Arthur Morris has made a century and got Australia to 350 runs. A comfortable first innings, but by no means as dominant as their earlier efforts in the first test.
True.
But England have struggled to match them and are all out for 215. A dismal effort from the mighty English Lions, who are so far whimpering through this series. Australia's second innings is a lot more fearsome as they get to 460 with only 7 wickets dismissed, and they declare at that rather formidable total. Once again, Don Bradman does not feature in the top scorers.
Lame.
With Sid Barnes getting 141 of those 460. And as England once more absolutely failed to live up to the expectations that we as a country have of them, and are all out for 186, leaving Australia the victors with 409 run victory to Australia. And this is the second test, and giving them a 2-0 lead here at Lords. So it's all going to plan for Don Bradman. But I guess you'd have to say he probably would have wanted to be up there, at least get a mention in the top scorers in the second test, but he didn't. What happened to him? I can't tell you. There's too much writing for me to even stop for a second. And
He had a sore toe, Dad. What can you do?
Oh, sorry, lads. I've got explosive diarrhea. Can't help you. Third test now. Old Trafford. Better get more of a working class one for this one. I couldn't tell you for sure.
No, I believe you.
Why not? The third test has come around, Old Trafford. Here we are in Old Trafford. Australia, unfortunately, 2-0 up here in this Ashes series, and England are going to have to absolutely show what they're made of. Otherwise, they're going to go down 3-0, and that's an insurmountable lead, as we all know mathematically. So they've gone out for the toss, and the winner of the toss is...
I'm hoping it's England.
England have won the toss and elected to bat. And not a bad showing here for England this time. 363 runs.
Whoa.
Easy done. And Australia, you got to say, not up to it here in the second innings. 221 all out. Arthur Morris seems to have top scored with 51. So Don Bradman, what an absolute knucklehead. The explosive diarrhea that dogged him in the second test seems to have followed him here. He's got the runs in the dunny, but not the runs on the pitch. So England have come in with a rather formidable total and have declared it 174 with only 3 wickets lost.
Okay.
But this is obviously a rain-affected match. Rain's fallen down. And Australia, not wanting to get the L on the board, have fought out for a draw. They've got 1 for 92 in their second innings, and the match has petered out to a pitiful, drawn match.
Lame.
Australia's stranglehold on the series remains. They're 2-0 up and once more remain unbeaten for the series. But this is the first time at least England didn't lose.
So England can't win now.
No, they can. Yeah, they can draw the series,
Yeah.
but they cannot win the Ashes.
Still you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. That's the end of that. I'll be off. See you later. That guy didn't want to leave.
I just hate the mark.
No, Australia will at least retain the Ashes. But will they win the series or will it be a drawn series? Only time will tell. So you'd have to say that one was rain affected. No joy there. Do. Can I see? I'm trying to see who. If it mentions,
I
it does.
see trees.
I see who won the toss. Fourth test, we've gone to Headingley.
Yeah, we have.
I'm just going to give it. How about the Beatles this time?
Okay.
We're nowhere near Beatles territory, but they've come to commentate.
They could, yeah.
What do we know?
They could live there.
What do we bloody know? Welcome to the fourth test. Could take me a while. This guy's travelled.
Get your the
You're a
phrase.
failure, jeweler.
There you go.
Welcome to the fourth test. England have got no chance of really winning this series, but they've got to play for pride. They've come out here, the toss. Who's going to win it?
England.
England have won the toss.
Let's go, Dad. I'm 4 for 4.
You are absolutely dominating the toss guess, in a way that Australia are also dominating the series. But England are going to have to lift their game if they're going to make a game of it. So let's see if they can. They've won the toss. That's a good start at least. And their winning ways are looking good because they've got 496 runs on the board. That's a decent total.
It is.
496 is good in anyone's book. Show me a book where 496 isn't a good first innings total.
I can't.
You can't because there isn't one.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good total. I've seen a few books too.
Yeah.
But that being said, Australia have come out and made 458. That's not quite 496, but it's not far off it, is it? It's pretty bloody close. So you'd have to say it's all even Steven at this stage after one.
Anyone's game.
Anyone can win it. I mean, probably only Australia or England can win it. They're the only two playing. So not anyone can win it. India can't win this one, you'd think.
No.
New Zealand might. I don't know how New Zealand operate. They could sneak on in, pretend they're Australia.
New Zealand just win everything, I think.
Yeah. So Australia, England, or New Zealand could win this one at this stage. India are out of it. South Africa were never in the running. So England's second innings, they've declared at 365. That's a mighty total. How can Australia even hope to win this match? They'd have to score in excess of 400 runs to win this match. But guess what? They've only gone and done it. 3 wickets down for 404 runs, and they've won this one by 7 wickets against the odds. Once more, though, Don Bradman hasn't featured in the top scoring totals.
Lame.
Arthur Morris is having some kind of season. He's got 182 runs on the board. They've won that one from nowhere as an absolute blinder. Well done, New Zealand.
Yeah.
They've won by 7 wickets, New Zealand. Didn't start the match, but they won the match, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm off to go record a hit single.
What's it called?
You're a failure, jeweler. Might not be the hit I'm thinking. Might go undiscovered, unrecognised. Anyway, bye. Well, that made more sense than anything I've ever heard. Gee, Australia, really, they'd be happy with that performance.
Yeah.
Set a massive chase. They've come through with the goods, thanks to Arthur Morris's 182. And they are insurmountably going to win this series. They're 3-0 up after 4 tests. But they can still lose a game.
They can.
All England have to do is get a W on the board somewhere in this 5-month series.
And they've won in my
just
book.
to show Don Bradman who's boss. Say, stuff you, buddy boy. Now, the 5th test is famously Don Bradman's final test.
Whoa.
And Going into where are we? Fifth test. No, that's the fourth test. I've got to scroll all the way down. Jeez, they talked a lot about the fourth test. A lot happened. I've really summarised. England versus Australia. Fifth test. We are at the Oval. It's just the Oval. It's the Oval somewhere in England. I've used all my accents.
Yeah.
I just need a different voice. I'll do an old man.
Okay.
I won't do it.
I feel like the second one was a bit old. But
but was it this old?
oh yes.
No, it wasn't this old, was it? Nah, this is. I found it. All right,
Okay.
welcome to the Oval for the final test of this
Oh,
series.
that's perfect.
Yeah, final test. Look, it's a done deal. Obviously, Australia have absolutely dominated this one, but England can still play for a bit of pride, get a W on the board, and thwart Don Bradman's plans for an undefeated series. Let's see how they go. They've gone out for the toss, and the winner is
Australia.
no, it's England. Well, that's your first miss for this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
But hopefully England won't suffer the same fate as you. England have won the toss. They've elected to bat. All out for 52. That's not a good start, England.
52?
All out for 52.
That's not good. Didn't even crack the triple figures.
Nothing going on for England. So they've struggled. Australia come in. This could be their only innings that they have because they've obviously England have set such a pitiful total. Australia may only need to bat once.
Yeah.
Now, famously, Don Bradman only needs 4 runs so that his test average will be 100.
Whoa.
He just needs 4 runs.
Whoa.
Out for a duck. Out. Not just a duck, golden duck. First ball.
Yes.
Don Bradman walks out
Deserved.
to a round of a standing ovation. Everyone's clapping him. They're like, welcome to the Don. Can't wait to see you bat. Faces one ball. Clean bowled. And off you go, sunshine.
The bowler didn't get the memo.
He did not get the memo.
They keep Bradman in.
You know what I figured? They thought this is the last time this bloody guy's going to be out here batting. He can't. He's got no power over us no more.
Yeah.
We just want to show him this one time how easily we could have got him out this whole time if we weren't trying to encourage crowds to come and watch.
Yeah.
We don't need him anymore. And they just wanted him to know. We could have been doing this the whole time. Your test record is because we wanted you out here batting, not because we couldn't get you out. So his test batting average obviously dropped to 99.94 because he couldn't get 4 measly runs. But Australia did all right. They got 389 and then they bundled England out for 188. Didn't even have to bat again. Australia wins by an innings 149 runs and Don Bradman has dominated the series, not with a bat, but just with vibe.
Yeah.
You know, just with the vibe. He done all right.
What a pitiful ending.
No, he actually did all right. I think he was 3rd top scorer for the series.
Well, I mean,
That guy's gone. All right, good.
I meant pitiful ending of the last game.
Yes,
For him.
England weren't interested. Bradman couldn't score 4 runs to
Yeah.
get the...
Just saying, if I was there watching, I'd be like, what is this? Like,
And so Australia won that series comfortably without losing a game and went on to achieve Don Bradman's dream of going through the entire 5-month tour
Wow.
without a loss on the board. And they became known as the Invincibles, that
Wow.
touring team.
That's
so
nice.
if you ever hear of the Invincibles, it's the 1948 Australian touring
1948.
team of England who went through their 5-month tour without an L on the board.
no L's.
But at the same time, as we've said many times, who's going to get Don Bradman out?
Yeah. Well, that one.
Except when it doesn't matter. But they did do the kind thing of scoring so few runs in the first innings that it didn't matter what Don Bradman did. You know, they were going to win that game.
Yeah.
So that is the end of Don Bradman's cricketing career at the highest level.
Yeah. I'm not
we're
going to lie. Nothing really surprised me in the cricketing sense. His personal life, I was a bit surprised. I didn't realize he was going to be a villain. Mm-hmm. But like the other two, like Nancy Wake and Ned Kelly, I was like surprised by what they did.
And so in coming episodes, we will delve into his post-cricket life. There's only a very small part of his book that focuses on that.
Yeah.
We'll see how he goes.
See if he turns into an even more villain, just like Nancy Wake.
I can't imagine he doesn't. I don't see good things on the horizon for for the devil Don Bradman.
Yeah.
But I've been surprised before. We'll find out what happens to the Don in the next episode of Yonks Ago.
Will it be the last?
Don't
this
know.
season?
We'll see. There's at least.
Well,
It could be the last, or there might be 2 more.
Yeah.
I can't imagine squeezing more than 2 episodes out of post-cricket Don.
it'd be nice to finish on a nice 40, although 41 is my number.
So
So either way, I'm happy.
you're a happy chappy.
Yeah.
We've either got a round number or a
significant-
significant
yeah.
favourite number.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's a nice way to end the story of Donchismo. Damn it!
Donchismo.
That's the only Chismo that makes sense.
Yeah.
Donchismo. Just found the episode title in the final little babble of rambling to end this episode of Yonks Ago.
Whoa, whoa.
You really embraced the syllable life.
Yeah.
Well done, you.